Okay, here we go with our next little bit of class code. Now, this one's not putting out anything in particular. It's more just showing you a concept. This one we're calling SimpleMath, and we're going to dive right in. I'm going to open up IntelliJ. So IntelliJ is going to launch in my previous project, which was Rhombus. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the solution to that. But we are going to make a new project, and the way we're going to do that is by going to File, New, Project. My JDK is already selected, so I can just hit Next. We're going to go Next on this screen, and we're going to title this one. Notice that my folder is already selected. We're going to title this one SimpleMath. As I type my project name, IntelliJ auto-completes a subfolder for me. That's really nice. I'm going to hit Finish, and we'll do it in this window. I'm going to expand my project folder, right-click on the SRC, and here do a new Java class. This one I'm calling, again, SimpleMath. We see our class header. We see our body as denoted by the braces. Inside the body of the class, I'm going to type out a main method. If you know what it is, work ahead of me. So here's my main method, along with a body. Notice that it's indented to clearly show it is inside of the class body. Inside of the main method body, I'm indented yet again, and we're going to use a system.out.println. All right, this is our command that's going to print to the console, and whatever I put in these parentheses, that's going to be what is printed. However, what if I was to use some of our arithmetic operators, right? Stuff that you've encountered in math, like 3 plus 4. I'm going to end this with a semicolon to make IntelliJ happy, but here we see an expression, 3 plus 4. Notice that it's not in quotes. Everything we've done thus far using SOPs, we've taken this text, put it inside quotes. Here, I have 3 plus 4. And I want to know, what do you think is going to be displayed to the console? I'm going to right-click in free space and tell this program to run, and we'll get our answer. As you probably expected, if you put some type of math expression here inside the parentheses, it'll actually be evaluated. In this case, 3 plus 4 gets added. That gives us 7. What if I did something else, right? Let's play with some other arithmetic operators. Like, what if we did like 5 minus 2? I've made some changes. I'm going to run my program again to see the new result. Notice that we're still doing 3 plus 4. That statement didn't go away. We're now doing 5 minus 2, and we see that that gets us a result of 3. Okay, let's play with some other arithmetic operators. I'm going to do another system.out.println. And my question would be, all of you are anticipating multiplication, but what is the symbol for that, right? Some think it's literally X. We see IntelliJ is not happy with that. You've seen me use a lot of asterisks in my programs. Here, we're actually using it outside of the quoted text, and that is how we're going to do multiplication. Notice another possible option is like a dot, a period, and that doesn't work either. IntelliJ is mad right here. So our symbol for multiplication is the asterisk, or Shift 8 on a standard QWERTY keyboard, and we're going to end that with a semicolon. If I were to hit our play button, this is going to execute again, and then just go, top down in our main method, and we see our result of 42. Okay, as you might suspect where this is headed, let's try some division. If I execute my program again, we see the result. Okay, a little heads up. This gets interesting. Right? What if I did 10 divided by 3 and I run that? Think about what 10 divided by 3 is, then look at my result here. We'll talk about why this is the case later, but this is probably not what you intended. Okay. What if I mixed and matched kind of our knowledge of what we know thus far? What if I said 10 divided by 5 inside a quoted text? What do you think would happen? As you might suspect, actually surrounding this with quotes literally causes it to print as opposed to the expression being evaluated. Where this gets nice is I can start combining these two things. Right here, what I have highlighted is a string, as we call it. It's quoted text. I can combine that along with the actual expression. Notice this is just using one system.out.print line, and it's kind of nice because we have this quoted text, which we were saying, let's literally print that. Then I want to tack on to that text 10 divided by 5. This is not in quotes, which means that Java is actually going to evaluate that. And we see the result here in our console, where we get the result of 10 divided by 5. The last thing I will mention, as you might imagine, these expressions can be combined, right? I'm not limited to just evaluating one or two things at a time. I could do something like 3 plus 4 minus 2 times 4. I want you to think about a moment. What do you expect this to evaluate to? I'm actually going to execute it, and we get our result here. Very interesting. We'll talk about order of operations at a later date, but this has been Simple Math.